All right. Good afternoon, Karan. Thanks for giving me your time. Karan is a lawyer and he's from Delhi. And today afternoon, we are a little after 3 p.m. Market's about to shut in 10, 17 minutes time, 17th November, and we just decided let's catch up for a quick chat. I've never interacted directly with Karan before this. Karan has been a part of our mentorship community soon. He had, I think, joined a month back, must be a month or probably a little less than that. And he has an interesting story to share with us. So, Karan, thank you for giving us your time. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, let's begin. Can we quickly have a little bit to know about yourself? Will you quickly, briefly introduce yourself so that we connect with you better?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm Karan. I'm 30 years old. I've been practicing in the Delhi High Court for the past 4 years. And since the lockdown, um, what as with the retail trend, I started to invest in the stock market. And what eventually happened was I realized this is a very big game. This is a very big market, and uh, just going forward, going through the waves of the market, I could clearly see I needed some mentoring way before even uh, joining the mentorship traders. But I never got into it because if even if you have say X capital, I think the mindset is that to pay a certain amount to get trained is I think is a very very necessity now that I come to think of it. And I'm really really happy that I've actually joined the mentorship traders. And so yeah, sir, I've gone through the whole you know uh, tips and reading on the internet, reading about it, watching YouTube videos, and there's no clarity on what exactly one should do. And I think, sir, for a person like me, guidance is of the utmost importance. If there's somebody to guide you through, somebody to answer your doubts, and that's what's missing. With the mass public, is that everybody's just relying on their own, whims and fancies, and and yeah, sir, that's about a little brief I can get. Would you like to ask anything more?
I think I still remember when you had called me um, to know about the mentorship traders program, etc. And then towards the end of the call, you had asked me uh, that will you get the stick? Will I be after you, whipping you? That
Yes.
Karan had finished the program because you said that you're a person who always needs someone on top of you to sit on your head and get the work done,
And so that
right?
is the reply itself was why I joined the program, because I don't want to be a
What
donkey. I'd rather
did
be a
I
horse. You said, sir, a donkey, you can either be a donkey in life or you can be a horse. And that stuck with me. I get
answer?
up every day, I study the market at least 2 hours a day. I'm really in the market as myself.
That's nice. That's nice. That's very nice.
And the way you
Right.
actually, the conviction you said it with, sir, it really inspired me to, take it up seriously.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's just me. That's how I am. So I'm sorry that you have to face that. So, but at a slightly serious note, I strongly would suggest you and others, whoever listen to us, who are young and who have throughout his life has gone through school, college, post graduation, graduation, etc., and always gone to tuition and teachers and someone to always help them. A time comes in everyone's life where you have to say, this is it. After this, I have to do it on my own. And so I told you that, do you think that you're a donkey or a horse? Why do you want me to whip you? You should be proactive. You should be a self-driven engine rather than someone pushing you. So I'm glad that you've taken the step and it's paying for you. That's good enough. Let's talk about a little bit about this. How a lawyer in Delhi High Court practicing for 4 years. How did you get yourself into this trading? Is it because of the pandemic, or was it some old, thought or some seed or something? What's your story?
So there was definitely a seed. Actually, somebody in my family has been in the stock market since 91. And I think 5 years before I entered the market, they just advised me to, put some funds aside. And, now when I look at it, there was always, it was in the back of my head, but, the general perception about the market from a layman is that the market could be very volatile. It could be, it's full of risks, and nobody really understands what exactly, how and what this machine is. So sir, I was just practicing, and I'm still having a great practice, but it was just so it's nice to know, sir. It's nice to know how the market works, and more importantly, when I know I'm good at something, it really helps. My conviction stands true, and sir, yeah, what there was a little bit of an influence of the pandemic. There was no work for I think there was no the courts were shut for around 6 months, and just joining through and just riding with the masses helped me to start myself as a trader.
So this brings me to ask you an interesting question. Um, I get quite a few emails and calls, people asking me about the program, people sharing with me their journey. Um, and a very common question amongst those who are into some profession, lawyer or a doctor, or any kind of job, is how can a professional who's into a job, let's say 9 to 5 or 9 to 7 kind of a job, how he or she should juggle? Now, for you, it's probably a little bit better because you're a lawyer and you can juggle you can time management with it better. But we would like to know how you do it. Like, how do you uh, plan out your day, and these are the work as a lawyer you have to take care of the meetings and the cases, and as a trader, and once you're a trader, will have that thing in back of your mind. You want to be a part of the game. So how do you do your time management?
Sir, the one of the effects of being in the market is that you see everything as a probability. So quite recently, I went on a work tour outside Delhi, and I figured that there's a possibility of my car, God forbid, colliding with another car. So I look at it very analytically, and sir, I'm not trying to uh, persuade anybody to join the mentorship traders, but the positional strategies that I've learned here, they don't require me to monitor each and every position at every time. I know where I'm going to enter. I know what's my stop loss, and in the middle, from time to time, when I'm not probably say twice a day, I can make that much time if I want the return and to risk. If I want the reward, I don't mind putting, at least 2 or 3, times of just checking the market how it's going. And with more or less, it always happens with a personal. You have to have the will to manage it as well.
That's nice. That's good. And I'm glad you said that you're not boasting about the mentorship traders. I do not want you to boast or brag
Not
about
at
the
all, sir.
program.
Not at all. Not at all.
This interaction is not about that. This interaction is to connect with you better, and others who listen to us, they can resonate with you and your approach. Um, you're 30. Can I make an assumption that you look like you're not married? Am I right?
Yes, sir. Not
Okay.
bitten the bill. Not bitten the pill yet.
Okay. So 30, relatively young, eligible bachelor, city of Delhi. Um, you found yourself trading as well. What is your key objective? Are you here for the kick, for the fun, for the adrenaline, or are you serious to build a wealth? Or is there something else? Is there some other objective back of your mind and you just want you as a trader to just help you reach it? What's your objective? What's your intention?
Sir, with as any investment, my main objective is wealth creation. Um, and the resources or the capital at me or anybody has is limited. My strategy is to trade short term and put the short term profits and put it across in my long term portfolio. And I plan to better myself, and it's basically wealth creation is what I feel.
So when it's wealth creation, I know khoon garam hai. I understand this, but I just want to put in this seed into your head that of course you're 30 and you would love to earn as much as possible. Do you have any number back of your
Uh,
mind? Have you thought of?
Sir, I do. Could be, sir. I would say a 10 CR figure by the time I'm 35.
So you want to make 10 CR in a span of 5 years.
Yeah,
So if we do a talk like this after 5 years, you might be at 10 CR. I hope, I pray, and I really wish that you reach and surpass that. But at whatever level you are after 5 years, if I ask you the same question, you're going to give me a larger number.
right, sir.
And if we keep on doing this every 5 years, every 5 year, you're going to keep on giving me a larger number.
Right, sir. That's true.
Where does it end? It doesn't.
It doesn't.
I don't want to drag a 30-year-old young guy into this. You have a goal, you have a target, so be at it. Once you're old enough, we can have this chat again. Where does it end? Okay, nice. So have you gone through, I didn't ask you these questions before when you had called me to join. Have you gone through any program courses before joining mentorship, or it was primarily YouTube and internet driven learnings?
Sir, I wanted, to be mentored uh, from the very starting, but
Okay.
I could not find, somebody who was reliable and somebody who was linked to any particular organization. And thereafter, like, there were so many people who are willing to teach you on YouTube. But I always figured, and there are more importantly, sir, when I see people making these kind of projections, I tend to feel, अगर इसी को सब पता है, तो why is he sharing with you? That's the one of the basic tenets is that, if you can know the opportunity, why would you share it with anybody? And
You can
I
ask me that question.
Sir, I personally, I think you're a, I'm at a loss of words, sir. Why, what is your motivation? But I think the casual conversation will turn serious if I ask you the motivation for your, sharing of trading setups and guidance.
I share my, in fact, trades also. When we meet in the mornings, you can see on the right hand side the open trades that I have. Um, are you asking me what is my motivation? What keeps me going? Are you asking me
Yes, sir.
this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, first I'll tell you why I share. The same question is applicable to me also. That if I know everything and if I've been in the markets for so many years, and if I'm trading right now, trading in investing, and why am I selling a course program? It's a long story. I want to keep it short. As you probably would know that I was a fund manager before when I used to live in Mumbai. And
Yes, sir.
I one day it struck me that I was doing really good and making the rich richer.
Yeah.
And a good thing that happened with me in my career, I was throughout into taking classes, training. So I used to take classes for NSE, I used to take classes for ICFA in Mumbai, Hawaii, and various other places. And when you do something good, when you enjoy doing it, you land up doing it good. And when you deliver it good, you tend to get good feedbacks.
Right.
So time came in my life when I started getting good feedbacks from people I had trained, and it gave me far greater happiness than making the rich richer. I was making someone richer by 20%, 30%, fine. But then when someone called me back or emailed me or just text me saying that thanks for your learnings, today I have made, this month I have made so much money, I've paid my EMIs, I can take my mother there and that. These kind of feedbacks literally used to give me goosebumps. I used to really feel that, okay, this life of mine, which is going to like, is just nothing speck of dust, actually manages to add some value to someone. And if I make a 30% to a rich guy, he'll say, okay, good job. Make some more next year. So I found that if I share my learnings, knowledge, experience, I get to get far more, which I my trades. So I don't do fund management anymore. I get a lot of requests to start that, but I do not. And then why do I sell? I can give it for free also, right? You can ask me, अगर आपको आप इतने ही संत हो, free में दे दो. Why do you charge it?
Fair question.
I charge it because of two reasons. Two reasons. Reason number one is if I give it for free, no one will pay any value to it. You will
Yes.
not go through the videos. You will not join the classes as diligently. You join every week. You will not ask the questions because you got it for free. People who gather PDFs and audiobooks, they just gather. They don't listen to them. But if you pay 2,000 rupees for a book, you will read half of it. This is typical human psyche. So if I want you to trade better, I will make you pay. Number one. Number two, if I make you pay, then I am answerable to you. If you ask me questions, I have to get back to you. I cannot say, nahi, bhul jao. So I want to stay answerable throughout the period as you're there part of the community. So you can
Right.
come back to me and say tomorrow, मैंने आपको course fees दिया है, you have to answer me, right? I want that thing to stay. Or else if I give it for free, I'll say मैं तो free में दिया, I'm not answerable to you, right?
I got it.
And the third thing is I should pay back to myself in the sense that there was a time when I was not doing that great. I have lived in the city of Mumbai. I don't know if you've been there. I have traveled in the trains. I used to read a lot in the train. So a typical guy who goes through his time of hardship or not hardship, that is how you shine yourself.
Right, sir.
Those days I used to make 8,000 rupees a month. My salary with MK Shares and Stockbrokers in 2005 was 8,000 rupees a month, right? 8,000 rupees a month. I think any peon would probably make much more than that. So now that I've reached a certain stage, maybe I think so, I should pay back to that guy, right, who was there 15 years back. So these are the three main reasons why I have designed the program. I keep on improving the program. I trade based on the same concepts. I share, I teach, and we grow. And talking about growth, how have you been trading, Karan? How have been your experience?
Sir, as a trader, one thing that was always lacking in me was consistency. If I
Right.
made, if I made, for example, 1 rupees today, I would lose 2 rupees tomorrow. And there were no rules, the best learning that I have today is that you have to follow your systems. If I
Yes.
know that this is a wrong entry, I go back and review it. Today, I have
Mm.
the wisdom to go back and review my trades. And there was a point, in my journey as a trader where, from going like, hi, yaar, mera loss ho gaya to like, systematically sitting down, okay, this is where I should have entered. This is the time
Mm.
frame which should have been corrected. And, this kind of setups and to follow the rules is basically my
Right.
what my learning has been. And obviously, sir, that you take it as an experience, you take it as a learning. Every failure is a learning that I'm getting into.
True, true. I think yes, rule-based approach definitely helps. Number one, and definitely another thing that helps is to stick to one or two setups,
Yes.
concepts, approaches only. Because if you try to chase the stocks which are going up and down, you essentially land up chasing an end of the month and the year you don't make much. So you need to stand for something, or else you'll fall for everything, right? Um, I won't take too much of your time, but quickly, if you have to share your learnings, experience with a group of 32-year-old people who are or willing to enter the stock market, learning about the stock market, what are the key points that you will tell him or her?
I'm sorry, could you repeat?
What will be your suggestion, guidance to young traders in the market, to be traders in the market who are 30 years old, just like you?
Right, right,
Similar
right. I
background,
got it.
and they have not started their journey yet. They're thinking about it, they're learning about it, they're listening and watching about it. What are the key points you will suggest them?
So the first thing I'll suggest, and I'm looking at the camera, and I'm just going to pretend like I'm looking at the person who's looking at this video. Uh, get trained. There is there is no way that you can succeed in this market without training. I've tried, I've failed. It is back tested that I have failed. And the second thing which I like to suggest is always follow the rules, and join the mentorship program or join anything, but join, do something that will put you accountable to your own setups. And as you say, sir, trade wise, trade well. I think I'm going to copyright that. I hope there's not a copyright on this line. But yeah, that's
I
what my
don't
suggestion
think
would be.
that's nice. That's good. I'll quickly give you some gyan. I never got myself trained. I never had a mentor, but that
So
was different times. I understand only one thing. If courses and mentorship had worked, then everyone would have joined a mentorship and everyone would have been able to trade. The reason that you're trading better than what you were before is because you have made the change in you. I cannot
yes,
make the change in.
yes, sir.
No, no mentor, no trainer can ever make a change in you. You
So
have
you
to
have
make it
to have.
yourself.
I'm sorry to cut you,
Yes.
sir. Also, one more suggestion would be to, don't give up. There will
Yeah.
be bad days. There will be very demoralizing days, but you got to start. You got to start. Get up that next morning and at least analyze. Even if you lose all your capital, you're still in the market because you're observing it, and
True.
and just being in the market, it helps analyzing a lot better. I get sharper every day, and there is a routine, which is discipline that I have inculcated now, so that I don't,
Yes.
uh, you know,
I was
I
looking for that word.
so it's very casual. So I start meditating my day. I do some yoga exercises. I go to the gym, and with that discipline, I start, my trading journey today. And it is not really possible for young people to be engaged in such things. But as a trader, sir, it has really helped me, to live a better, prosperous life.
Good. Good. Thanks a lot, Karan, for interaction. Um, I learned few things from you today afternoon, and I hope that your journey with me and the other community members in the mentorship group helps you. It's a long path. We have community members who are here with us for years, and whenever I talk to them, whenever I interact with them, and at times they come down to the city of Kolkata, they catch up with me. It's great to know the stories, their journey, and this is the main reason why I had left doing what I was doing and doing what I'm doing now. It
So
gives me a
you're
much better
basically, what you're doing is your self-actualization need. I think, according to the Maslow's theory. I think you're finding yourself self-actualization is what I think personally. Because I'm a lawyer,
Me,
sir, so I will that legal edge has not gone anywhere. It's but rather becoming sharper with trading, and it helps. So the other thing about the market is that even your everyday routine tasks, your vocation, you become sharper as a person, and that
true.
is something that is uh, something that I didn't learn from here from you per se, but from just this journey.
Yes, the journey will teach you a lot of things. Not to forget the fact that when we see a bear market, that will be a completely different kind of a learning. Don't worry, it'll come, and when it comes, be prepared.
I
All
will.
right, Karan, thanks a lot for joining in. I don't want to scare you at the end of the talks. So we catch up again, I think Friday night for our invest meet. And
Yes.
till then, we have another trade. As we finish the talk, market is also shut. We are down 112 points. Nifty in the cash market closed right at the lowest point of the day. So it couldn't hold on to the 18K mark. So let's see what's in store for tomorrow. Thanks a lot, Karan.
Thank you, sir.
God bless. Take care of yourself. And as I say, as we say, trade well, trade wise. Take care.
Right. Thank you.